Okay, so this reading doesn't have any set date. It doesn't have any set theme. I haven't done this in a while. I don't feel like isolating it to the weekend and saying timeless. I want to see what comes up. So that's what we're going to do because I can, because I want to, and because really I'm just being pushed to do so right now. All right, my dearest, go grab your food and drink. Let's hang out for a bit. This might be something that's going on in your life. Maybe not so much, but at the very least, this might be entertaining for you. So we're going to see what the dealio. If you have questions about booking a private session or any of the services I provide, find out what they are, go ahead and reach out on the provided email address or find me on the social platforms, send me a DM. It's general, it's collective. All right, we're gonna see what's up. How are we kicking this off? Ooh, some sort of reservations going on. Something about foundations. Let's see. I'm reading this in a different way because we have 2 4s here. That's all about foundations. It's about security. Awesome. However, we have youth to a little bit not so youthful. This person is worn with time. Their clothes are worn. They've grown stronger. They're not wearing these flimsy shoes anymore. This is somebody who's covered in armor and still wears their old garments over that. So yes, they're inwardly strong, but they're still very much projecting the same type of person. This is somebody who has absolutely been very tested in life. And I think that they are out of the gray area. They feel like they are conquering their life right now through this long stranding stretch of time. We have the sacral chakra and the solar plexus. It's mindfulness and willpower over whatever toxicity and intensity has been around you. So I think that it's willpower and passion are driving you forward. It's the driving forces in your life right now. Masculine energy, awesome, but also it feels like this had to have come about through a ton of missed opportunities. Great. What about them? That's not really giving me much clarity. I think that you've learned to stop relying on people because of their deception. And people who have cheated you numerous times out of whatever the experience was that you had signed up for or was a part of. I do feel like you have been robbed of a ton of experiences in your life. So this is not necessarily the fool. It's somebody who is young and innocent and completely exploited. I'm going to say it like that. I'm going to say that this was part of your journey. This may be young at heart, young in mind, maybe actual youthfulness. Who knew? Let's see. We have the 10 of Swords with this. I think that there's been such disappointment and such letdown in your life that things actually really started to get better once you learned to start fighting back in your own way. Then we have this. I do feel like you have been pushed to hopeless situations that made you almost lose complete faith. Maybe you lost all faith. I feel like there was an overwhelming masculine figure in your life. It was something that didn't rule you with terror. This isn't exactly that energy. It's more like this person will always outdo you. You will never be enough in accomplishment to them. And that was kind of the driven mindset with you. I don't feel like this person ever grew up. I also feel like this person and their issues with being so bombarding with you was because they themselves felt hopeless. Having authority and power over you is the only thing that really gave them a sense of accomplishment. All right, I'm being pulled to daily guidance from your angels. What do they want to tell you about this situation? All right, that's the very situation that's coming up to be healed right now. Your heart is going through a healing process. All right, so we have acceptance and new partner, but the new partner, I don't know if this is an actual partner or if, I don't know, I kind of want to look into this more. Let's see, entrepreneur. Okay. See yourself and others through the eyes of angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. And that's coming after the healing, the heart chakra. Love is the heart of the matter. Your heart is the center within your physical being, attuned to the most love. It is safe for you to love and to be loved with an open heart as we stand by with perfect protection and guidance. All right. A chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your life. You will recognize them by the sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. Self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better allow your intuition and divine guidance. We are co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. So, my dearest, this is the very situation that is coming up that has held you back in many aspects of your life right now. So, there is what seems to be heart healing very clearly going on right now. This heart healing is necessary because it has invaded your self-worth and what you will allow to come to fruition in your life. This could be a job, this could be a life setting. But what I'm seeing right now is coming across somebody in your life who has triggered these emotions, the sense of familiarity, and you may not be connecting with the person you need to forgive in the physical. This might be just an opportunity that is triggered by somebody who has come across your path. This could be somebody who is already in your life. This could be somebody who's coming across your life as we speak. I think, and what I'm seeing here is going internal with this, and I actually am being pulled to the wisdom of, the daily guide. No, Rider Waite. I can talk. I can talk. So this person is triggering the sense of fear. I don't know, but I see overindulgence as a coping tool come in. But it's actually telling you to catch yourself in that moment, because rather than disassociating or hiding from these harsh feelings, this is telling you to face this, understand what your capability is in here, and put it into some sort of an investment in your life that is going to have a much higher payoff. So there's two roads that are coming up. One is leading to self-indulgence. The other one is leading to some sort of an empowered investment in your life. It doesn't have to be an actual physical investment. Maybe you are going to play with stocks, but what I'm seeing here is invest your stress and your channeling your intense feelings into something productive for yourself. Otherwise, this is just going to lead to an overall complaining mess with you. And I mean to say it that way. There are feelings of rejection that are coming to the surface as this is happening, because what I'm seeing here is whoever you are dealing with is not going to martyr you, and you are not going to be made to be the suffering one in this one. They're not going to entertain that sense of victimhood with you. And I'm not saying that you are a victim. I'm saying those familiar feelings are coming in, and I do see the response to that. But whoever this is dealing with, it is not something where they are going to be walking on eggshells, which I think is exactly what you need, not to be walking on eggshells, not have anybody else tiptoe around this, and look at this as the nitty-gritty work that needs to be healed. So we have the Knight of Cups in reverse, which is talking about probably this need of holding people accountable for you. I don't see the message coming inward to you. I feel like the message has to come from you outwardly. And this is going to be what seems to be your form of escape. I know that this is something that you've been on the fence about. You're not sure how you're going to go about this. You don't know if you're coming or going with it. But I want you to know that this is going to be a sense of release. So you're on the fence with how you're going to release this. And Spirit is telling you to pour out your cup. Pour it out, pour it all out, pour it out on paper, pour it out in some sort of a message, but you need to get all of this off of your chest. I do feel like it has been suppressed for an ungodly amount of time. But we have the Fool here. It's time to do something different. And it's time to stop giving yourself the short end of the stick because you know what to do with it. This is bad business. This is what makes you feel so strung out. You don't need to be there. Every time you do this, you betray yourself. Those days have got to be done. So look, it's easy to swallow that cup of poison because it's familiar. Spirit is saying, I know what you want to go to right now. I know how you want to handle this. Don't do that. Some people have a rage fit. Some people have, their outlet. Some people have their work. Whatever your go-to is not going to be what gets you the result that you want. This is saying, think outside the box. Think bigger. And then, stop waiting for perfection. That's what I'm getting from this. It's not going to be perfect. This is actually going to be quite messy for you, which is going to be pretty humbling because I think that you are kind of a perfectionist. I think that you are somebody who really likes to compose themselves. To be a little bit iffy on this is probably going to be relieving. Okay, so where do we want to go with this? Oh, so apparently Archangel Raphael healing oracle cards. Let's see. Improving health. Unconditional joy. Caffeine. I am not giving up coffee. Are you giving up coffee? Do you drink coffee? We're not doing that. The caffeine free. Okay, so don't overstimulate yourself. I can't tell you not to drink coffee. Oh my God. Divine intervention. Yes. Okay. And detoxification. Yes. Okay. I actually feel like this is going to cause some sort of a habit break in your life. If you're going to quit coffee, fine. I'm not going to judge you. Just don't ever give me decaf. I swear to God. We have the improving health. This is going to take away a lot of the allergic responses of your body. You know how you can have some sort of an allergy, you can have some sort of a funk going on with your body. This is saying that general feeling of attack that you've been under is going to start to dissipate. You won't have the natural response that you would have had in the past. You're not going to have the agitation. You're probably going to actually start feeling a lot less congested with this because I actually feel like this has caused some sort of a physical manifestation on your body. So if you've been dealing with something, obviously go to the doctors, take care of yourself. Come on. But I see whatever you have been dealing with, this could be anything. This could be a paper cut. It could be chronic illness. I'm not saying this is going to be a cure-all, but you actually might start to see symptoms dissipate. Take care of yourself and take care of your body. But the added stress that is going to be relieved actually feels like it's going to be very noticeable. Okay. Now that we have some insight on how this is going to affect you physically, what do you need to know with the Butterfly Oracle, the change that's going on inside of you? Finance? Great. Now what? Heavenly signs? Put your money where your mouth is. We have windfall. You have a huge payoff coming out. Spirit is giving you a lot of signs for this. This is dealing with you. This could be money, but honestly, I get it's more personality than anything else. I feel like whatever you have invested in yourself is going to be the big payoff for you. I see that there's a lot of encouraging signs from heaven. This might be some sort of random sign that you see outside. I do feel like it's audibly and visually representing itself. For instance, seeing signs around for real estate that says integrity, that could be a sign for you. Seeing repeating numbers, seeing something that has part of the sign that's cut off, but it has like some sort of heavenly sign watching over you. These are all signs that you need to look forward to. And honestly, I feel like there is a sense of protection that is coming through with this. The spiritual growth, but even more so, something about parental care, because I do feel like you've been put in an unfair caregiver position. I'm not saying that you know, you drop your kids and run. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm not telling you to be irresponsible. What I am seeing is you have been put in unnecessary authority in your life, and that this has been kind of your lot. Like you had to be the go-to person for everybody. And I really feel like there's been an entitlement to that, that connection to you. Like if you didn't give it, you were going to get the crap from everybody. So I see the parentification of you getting out. And what I see right here is you finding what seems to be some sort of mentor in your life. This could be a friend, this could be somebody who you really admire and look up to, but I see somebody coming in as a surrogate authority figure for you. And I do feel like there's a healthy connection in there. I do feel like they're going to put you into a position of self-discovery maybe, but self-realizing. And I see a really huge enforcing period of your time, like you are the enforcer. So of course we have you are stronger than you know, but also these people are going to push you to live your potential. So what I'm seeing in this is, let's see what this, oh, your circle is about to go through a major change. I actually really love that. Okay, so what about this? I'm getting pulled to Mermaids and Dolphins. What about this family change? What do they want? All right, so worthiness and dream big. What's this? Contemplation time. And then we have father healing. And I feel like that's all I want to get from this deck. It is a problem with authority in your life. And I also see that somebody who has had that empowerment over your life has dictated what resources you would have available to you. So there is that point of scarcity and this issue with power control that I think that you have struggled with for a long time. So this can lead to emotional or resource hoarding, but I see that this is actually starting to be alleviated through whoever this new kind of iconic person of your life coming in. So what do you want? How is this person going to affect you? How is them triggering you going to have a different output? So I see some problem solving going on between the tribes. Again, I don't see this person enabling this victimized behavior, but I do see them compassionately guiding you towards a different outcome. And I also see them really highly encouraging you to make some big moves in your life, showing you how you can do it. So what are the changes that you want to make? How is this person going to fit into your life? And how are you going to make them part of your family? Because I do feel that deep soul bond of this person kind of stepping in as a surrogate family member. They might actually be blood relative. I don't feel like that's for everybody. So I really just want to say surrogate family member, because some people are here to construct their tribes. And I'm going to go with that with you. All right, final cards from the Angel Therapy deck. Is it? Yeah, it's Angel Therapy. Ascended Master. This person, I think they see inside of you what others have saw in them. So I feel like you are dealing with somebody who you would consider to be an Ascended Master on Earth, but they see that light in you and that potential in you. So you are going to be dragging your Sari Keister up to their level. And then we have the third eye. It is safe for you to see energy of love in all of its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. And then we have clear, cancel, and delete. Use only positive words and thoughts as they rapidly manifest into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. Do not mess with me on this one. I want you to do that. Cancel all the crap from before. You don't need to carry this junk with you. Whoever is coming into your life, they're not here to patronize you, how do I say? But they see the light in you. And no, it's not something that is underhanded. And yes, it is going to be something great. Then we have the past life. This is a reoccurring problem from different phases of your life. I do feel like it's gotten to a point of tolerance, but now we break that point of tolerance to where we don't tolerate any of that BS anymore. And the final card for this is going to be vegan and vegetarian and vegan. So you really have to cognitively work on upping your vibration. And you know, that sounds so annoying. Up your vibration, as if, you know, you're just sitting there going, okay, rapidly moving. No, not even a little. Look at the way that you speak to yourself and about things. Are you somebody who is dealing with toxic positivity, positive, just genuine positivity, or is this constructive positivity? How are you talking about the situation, and how authentic is this with you? So I see a lot of reprogramming happen. This person is either in your life now, or they are about to come into your life. But honestly, I feel like they're already in your life. So look to see who that is, and understand that what they see in you is something that somebody had seen in them, and that this is a continuation, and one day you are going to meet that same very person, and you are going to bring them up too. But now is your time to reprogram and shine, and I want to know who this person is going to be for you. So my dear, that is your timeless reading with whatever this topic is. If this made sense and you want to book your own session, go ahead and find my email in the description, find me on social platforms, send me a DM. If this didn't make sense and you want to do the same, it's the same, but go find me, send me a DM, send me an email. I look forward to meeting you. Again, if you have any questions about the services I provide, go ahead and reach out and ask. Ask about prices, sales, discounts, time zones, availability, and I really look forward to hearing from you. All right, let me know how this goes. Stay safe, have fun. Bye. Oh, Spirit is telling you that you need to start listening to the very signs that it has been giving you. These are the cards that I'm holding. Hi, the new beginning. Don't you love it? Don't you love it? This has been showered everywhere recently. Ugh. Body care. So you've been potentially getting a lot of weird signs in front of you, like a lot of things that are just slamming shut in front of you. Maybe you've been really at odds with some people in your life. Maybe what you used to do doesn't seem like it's anything near what you would ever want to do anymore. There's been a lot of changes that's been going on, and nothing quite feels the same. So Spirit is trying to tell you that in itself is a sign. Listen the way that this feels. Listen to what your body's response is to you. Have you been feeling on edge? Have you been feeling a little extra tired? Have you been feeling inspired? What have your feelings been telling you about this? It does feel like you are out of equilibrium. So Spirit is making a huge effort with you now to find some sort of balance. Yes, you are at the throes of a new beginning, but you need to follow the guidance of what it is that you potentially haven't been listening to. I know, I feel like Spirit is pretty much screaming in our faces with this. What do you need to start paying attention to? What doesn't feel right? What have you been consistently seeing? For instance, bunnies have been a major theme. I saw them, not even just personally, I saw them. Numerous people have been showing me bunnies that they have been even taking pictures of. And very interesting part, somebody actually had a rabbit foot drop from the sky onto their car. Oh my God, that is such a massive omen. So what signs are you seeing consistently that it's almost like you're on the borderline of avoiding it? Spirit is telling you that's the very sign that you need to pay attention to. What does this new beginning look like for you? Well, Spirit is telling you to pull back your energies and find your equilibrium so that it can actually display itself to you. But it's been very consistent in getting into your face with this. So if you take a step back, if you unplug for a minute and you breathe and you readdress it, what have you been seeing? You are actually a very, very sensitive individual. I'm sure that you've heard that more than once, even in this last week. I know that you've probably heard this your whole life, and it used to be something like an insult. Now you know it's kind of an empowerment, and I'm going to go with it. So you are highly sensitive. You're a natural born leader. Awesome. Talking about you, I know that you are some form of indigo. You are sensitive, but also with that sensitivity comes great responsibility, but also creative passion. So right now, it looks like you're either manifesting the realization of your fears or getting rid of the realization of your fears. But the main thing to see in this is, well, it is the manifestation for, well, time for you. And let's see, Archangel Michael is trying to get you away from fear and whatever this mindset is. So you don't know how this is going to come about. You don't know how this is going to work out. And honestly, when you really sit down and think about it, it can be incredibly nerve-wracking. Spirit is telling you that, first off, stop doubting yourself, stop doubting where your integrity lies. I do feel a major sense of imposter syndrome around this. And you know, as well as I know, as well as anything else that is creative consciousness knows, that that is a load of garbage. So, my dearest, what are we going to do with this? What do you have to release? Well, fear, which is easier said than done now, isn't it? But first you have to address the fear. So what I want you to do is I want you to start, I want you to once write down every single thing that is making you anxious or afraid right now. I know that it's nerve-wracking in itself because to write something down is to almost affirm it and draw it in even more so, but that's not what we're doing right here. What I want you to do is I want you to write down every hang-up you have, every fear, every worry. I want you to start writing it down. And then once you have exhausted the words that you want to say, in a safe manner, I want you to burn it, because we are burning that paradigm that is no longer going to be part of your storyline. And if this is something that comes up again, follow suit. But I want you to keep burning it. And I want you to reaffirm who you actually are, because with that new seed planted, with that new address of who you are not only changing your being, you're changing what you are drawing into yourself. And that is also changing your vision of your self-worth, which is, again, also something that checks your integrity. What is in alignment with you? If you're having trouble with this, remember what you're not, write it down, dispel it, and then you'll find what you are. Yeah, you're ready to jump in, but how you envision this going is kind of not how it's going to go, but it's going to be good. And Spirit is telling you to let go of whatever the dead set ideal is, hanging on to a specific form of the outcome. What I see is an even bigger gift aligning with you, but also within you. This is realizing the change of not what would make you happy, but things that you don't even realize would make you happy, because it was coming from an old either paradigm or mindset. What you are seeking is a little bit further downstream, and what's going to change between now and that point is the evolution of yourself that has already changed throughout the stream that just occurred in your life. So this is actually a very important time of acquiring. But what is it that you are acquiring? This is telling you to keep the utmost confidence that you have and optimism, because even if you aren't getting the gift that you had sought out for beforehand, it doesn't mean that you aren't getting a gift. There is an experience that's coming in, and yes, it will be provided with some challenges. Challenges I actually, in a almost sick and sadistic kind of way, love, because you have no other choice but to go through it, but you discover without question exactly who you are and what you are not, and it closes off the air for any question about it. So even if there are some challenges and bumps in the road ahead, I actually really want you to appreciate those, because it dispels any sort of doubt of what you had in mind. And let's see, we have the deep knowing. There are going to be some hardships along the way with this, where I really don't want you to feel like you have to go through this alone. So the deep knowing is, first off, you are so close to the epicenter, you can't always see what you're looking at. So this is telling you to look at those who have either been in a scenario like this before, or who you really admire, those that you look up to, or it's somebody who's been weirdly planted in front of you. But don't take advice from people whose lives you would not want to switch places with. I'm going to put that out there very firmly. Look to seek out the wisdom and education from those who have been in similar shoes. And why you're going through this, it's not to punish you, but it's to make you this unbreakable power. It just takes some fine-tuning. Well, what I'm seeing is somebody who doesn't necessarily feel free and who actually is shutting down under the circumstances. It looks like there's a lot of grand plans in place, but nobody's taking any action, and it looks like somebody is really lacking not only a sense of discipline, but a real lack of self. So what I'm seeing is this might be somebody who has been overly indulgent, and it's, again, coming from a major place of lack. Whoever this is trying to fill a bottomless pit, a void in their life that is never going to be filled by anything of material that they're trying to put into it. No matter the amount of time somebody could disassociate, no matter how much they constantly are given, it is not going to be enough to fill an empty well. There is no well. This is a void of actual mind in here. So what I'm seeing is, even though it's kind of crappy here, and it seems like any sort of progress that could be made is not, there's a fresh start that is coming in. You will start to see some sort of payoff. And it is going to be weirdly out of nowhere. It's going to be slow, but it's going to be a start. Honestly, I think that that's all that is needed here to even acknowledge. Because look, it looks like the worst is over. Hi there. It looks like the worst is over in this one. It looks like there is a light at the end of the tunnel. The pain is starting to come off of whoever has been in that place of lack. It's going to be slow though. Then we have some sort of a emotional revealing that is coming your way. And I'm looking at this, and it looks like the waters are a little rocky. Like, it looks like this is a little bit of a tumultuous time for even this person to be coming up with this. So it is an emotional conversation or confrontation. But what I'm seeing right here is this is dealing with the Lover's energy. So somebody who has to make a lot of major life choices. So it makes sense as to, why they would be shutting down. There's a lot of hard work ahead, but I see that there's swift action underway. All it needs is that little spark. This may be somebody who is the Lovers to you, but whatever this is, major life choices, and the payoff will be evident soon enough. All this is telling you to do is hang on. Again, if this is abusive, toxic, or illegal, I'm not backing this up, but otherwise go for it. When people become ungrounded and unsettled with themselves, they more often than not start to become incredibly pushy and demanding even. What I'm seeing right here is somebody who is being pushy and who's actually really afraid to be vulnerable because what's making them pushy. And this is dealing with somebody who's incredibly demanding and who's lacking effort. It seems like it's kind of messy. There's a big mess in this situation right here. And what I'm seeing is somebody having a case of the efforts. That's always fun. So here we are. It looks like making a ton of excuses in their lives. And it also looks like finally ready to make some decisions. I see that somebody's learning to think with and act on not only their heart, but also I see a lot of no BS logic being involved in this. So what is this leading to? I do see people getting their crap together, but they still are on the fritz with it. So they're working through this ungrounded, harsh energy that they are dealing with. They're making great effort to not be reactive and watch their ships come in. It's going to be something that they have to recognize. This is an investment. And that even though they are acting on some sort of a heartfelt desire, that it's going to take a lot of planning and logic. So that being said, what's this leading to? It was at the bottom. Why do I even bother talking? Why do I bother talk? I can't do it. Look at this. This is what it's leading to. Honest integrity, an entirely new cycle where you get the payoff, baby. Yes, you are going to have to cut some things to the wayside because this change is absolutely necessary. There's a card over here that wants to come out. Another 5. Are you flipping kidding me? So changes, because something has not been fulfilling even in the slightest. And I see that it's causing this divine feminine energy to become repressed. And honestly, this divine feminine is ready to move on. So it's either step up or step aside. We're not going to make any half-hearted moves here. A lot of healing has to go in. But again, a practical, long-term plan has to be put in place. But I think everybody's ready. It's now everybody needs to bear witness to the actual follow-through on this. Because as you remember the beginning of this, somebody was all words and no action, and F that noise. Somebody's coming to terms with the fact that they are not where they want to be in life, and I think that it's something that they've been blinded to for a while. I do feel like they have been this constant state of rejection in their life, constant state of loss and being, I don't know, just trying to hold it together, keep up whatever the appearance was. I honestly see that they don't want anyone to see them break. And, you know, how can we not blame them? I know the art of losing. Everybody does. This has been a consistent loss for them. So they're angry. Whoever this is hanging on to the past. And I do feel like they are emotionally stuck there. They could be very well an adult. They could even be elderly. It doesn't matter. Part of where their emotional wound is lays in a long, long time ago, where I think that they still relive it. And it actually makes it very difficult for them to open up, love, and be loved, and be vulnerable with other people. I do see that this can come across as overbearing at times, but I want you to know that whatever you are seeing, whatever this person is dealing with, is more of a struggle than what they let on. This is backbreaking. This is smothering, and it hurts. There's always one thing after another in their mind. This is a paradigm that really sucks to have, a mindset of perpetually being the victim of other people's circumstances. That sucks. The healing has been incredibly slow. I don't even think that they are even aware of any sort of progress. They just want it to be done. They want to be done with every aspect of it. They want to throw the gloves off and give it one last hurrah and punch it out, because this is all the fight that they have left in them. They have nothing left to give to this situation. And what I see is major clarity that comes through after that point. A lot of what's held them back in the victim mind was the shadow work. And that's, you know, that comes from being stuck. So I see that once they start again to get away from the circus, there's going to be a little bit less of them associated with that sense of victimhood. But I think that this gets them in touch with some sort of healthy rage where they actually learn to fight back and reclaim who they are or who they will newly be. So the shadow work is what they have to let go of, and that's a rite of passage for them. So I really hope this made sense.